Killer. How's Laggy Mare doing down there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Chrissy, how you doing?
I just got the hungry baby signal. I don't know what's wrong with him today. He's. Are you leaking? Like he can't get enough of my stupid boobs.
Hey, better Laggy than Saggy. That's what I always say.
She's gonna laugh in 5 minutes.
I hope they don't.
Nerdrotic.com.
Normies don't know who Tom Bombadil is. Tom Bombadil is a character from the book. He works really well in the books, but he's been left out of most adaptations. I won't say all because I said all and somebody said, what about this BBC one from 1960? Or fine.
What about the Russian one?
Yeah.
The Russian one.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
But he's been left out of the BBC Brian Selby audio version, the Peter Jackson version, the Ralph Bakshi version, and it's because, well, it's just the easiest thing to cut out. And in the Peter Jackson version, he's a lot like Treebeard. He's a force of nature. He might be a remnant of the Song of Creation. He's also aloof. So he helps the hobbits after the Barrow Downs, and they run around naked, and he's got a really freaking smoking hot wife, Goldberry, who they'll probably cast as a trans person. And yes. And
they're gonna turn Goldberry into a dude, man.
They are. Well, I mean, that's what I just said, right? Trans person. Dude. Just to point that out. Amazon's so fucking desperate. They're bringing in like Tom Bombadil is like, this is going to be the selling point. This will bring the Tolkien fans back. Tom Bombadil, and he's been around, but like, this is supposed to be Gandalf. I don't know. Maybe like, I'm assuming this is the not Gandalf that they chose to not name for an entire season because it was a quote unquote mystery and it had nothing to do with not having the rights to the name Gandalf that they would have to rent from Warner Brothers. So that's why they called the Harfoots instead of the Hobbits, because they would have to rent that term from Warner Brothers. So it's fucking retarded. It's like there's no other way to put it. He doesn't belong here. He's gonna apparently get involved and guide who is either Gandalf or a blue wizard. We're not really sure. Don't really fucking care at this point.
This, sorry, Gary, this isn't Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil's supposed to be happy, jovial, bubbly. This looks like Tom Bombadil on Suicide Watch. He's like he's ready to commit suicide here. He's depressed. It's like they don't even know the character.
He's a jolly old soul. But his clothes are supposed to be bright. I guess technically those boots do look yellow maybe when you see him in the sun.
Yeah, I mean, like dingy yellow.
Crap. Like, give us the Tom Bombadil we fucking deserve. The ones that was described in the book. Give us that. I saw somebody make this great point. If you're putting him in here and you're saying it's for the deep lore fans, you're like, finally, we're putting him in there. But then you're not following his description. None of this looks like him. Who is this for?
So they're repurposing Fellowship. He's probably going to like help not Gandalf on his way, kind of like he helped
the hobbits
without really getting involved, because it is mentioned later in the Council of Elrond, like, hey, why don't we give the ring to Tom Bombadil? And Gandalf said no, because he'd just forget about it. Because
this is Tom Bombadil.
That's Tom Bombadil.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
That's Hildebrand art, right? That's the brothers Hildebrand art.
Okay, like
that looks like Will Ferrell.
Bright blue,
kinda.
Bright blue coat, yellow boots, feather in his cap. Happy, jovial. What they're showing in this Rings of Power thing is just perfectly in line with the complete bastardization of the Tolkien lore that Rings of Power is. They can't interpret it right. It has to be their own kind of interpretation and spin. And it's this skin suit wearing just complete piece of crap. That's not Lord of the Rings at all.
No. And Rings of Power Season 2 is going to go down as well as Wheel of Time Season 2. It'll just be a fart in the wind at this point. I don't even think like the cultural awareness and relevance will be not even a third. Kind of like the audience they retained. It'll be numbers that have dropped that much. I just don't think people are going to give a shit. Like, it's fanfic, it's a joke, it's a money grab. The Tolkien sold out fucking Christopher Tolkien and J.R.R. Tolkien and fuck Simon Tolkien and fuck Amazon. And God, I was really excited for War of the Rohirrim, but it sounds like they're going to do a bait and switch with that too. Which
no,
really?
So yeah,
Wait, what's the news? Are you serious?
Stop fucking making Lord of the Rings stuff. No, I don't want Peter Jackson to produce The Hunt for Gollum. No, I don't want any of this shit. Stop. Just fucking stop. I'll read the books. I'm good. You're just bastardizing it. And this stuff, like, the reason I made those videos like 2 years in advance of this shit coming out is I didn't want this garbage coming to the Tolkien fandom, but it did. Couldn't stop it. And here we are. And
as though, Gary, the Tolkien fandom fought back with a vengeance and they absolutely destroyed Amazon. Like, Rings of Power felt like the breaking point in the pushback where we started to really see some progress in it.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the same you saw with Star Trek Discovery. You saw the season 1 come out, you saw the criticism. They reacted to it and tried to give what they think the fans want while keeping their diversity, and it just fucking made things worse. Star Trek Discovery started out as a prequel to the original series, and now it takes place like a thousand years afterwards because they were just trying to fucking fix things on the fly. That's what the exact same thing is going to happen here. By the way, did you know Star Trek Discovery ended yesterday?
I haven't got a clue.
Bro.
It ended yesterday.
Nobody fucking cares.
Dude, nobody.
Season finale. Series finale. It's all good. STD is not going to flare up anymore. And the same thing's going to happen with the Rings of Power.
Dude, not a single blip on social media whatsoever.
No,
I had no fucking clue. Yeah,
I wouldn't even describe that as a fart in the wind because sometimes you smell the fart. And that was just completely invisible. I had no idea.
You know what isn't invisible is Lizzo.
I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo. FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards and my expectations.
It's Lizzo. In case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer cared how much they weighed.
I don't give 2 shits.
It's Lizzo. Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, hypothermia,
Cut the fucking album!
Out your ears. Are you living with concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a fuck with Lizzo.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.